Right, so then
we're now
Hello?
live. Ah, here we go.
yes, we've got audio. Right, so we'll go share this. And go back to that was the original video. So
Please use the link below, above.
that was completely my fault. I'd selected the wrong microphone.
Haha, yes, we're back. Everyone can hear us.
Good, good. Will you just text Lee and tell him to bring me some masking tape in from off the desk, please? Right, so hi. So what I was saying was, please ignore my terrible nails. I couldn't find my nail varnish, typically. We're going to just quickly do this wooden owl decoration because Sylvie asked how you do this one. So I'm going to work through that, and then we're just going to have a little play with the textured hues pigments and the new pigment paste ones, because people weren't sure about like ratios and stuff, so I thought it'd just be fun to go through that. So with this owl came in January's subscription box, one of the subscription boxes.
It was January's, yeah.
I think it's on my website to buy individually.
I remember that little sticker.
Yeah, it was cute, wasn't it, that one? So I'm just going to close this in, and I think the other day I figured out, yeah, I can zoom in so you can see a little bit closer. I won't colour the whole thing, but I'll just colour a few bits to give you an idea. He's going to ask where the masking tape is, and it's just on the desk. It's like literally in front of him in a huge tower.
Let's hope he's watching.
So I'm here with Kerry. So if you've got any questions, you pop it in the chat, and she'll relay it to me. Sorry, I know this is very slow. Right, I have to stop apologising all the time. It's such a bad habit. Oh, and that was totally my fault. I apologise about the stream. I'd selected the wrong microphone, and then once you were in it, it didn't let you change it back. So, but I did it all on my own the other day. I went live on my own, and it was fine.
That's the pressure.
Okay.
I can't break it apart.
You can't open them. Just pop in quickly.
I've got one.
Oh, you got one. So you're making. Okay. Okay. Right. Can you see any of the little pigments for later as well? You know, the ones in the little test tubes. Don't know where. I know there's some on the floor in the front room. You might have to go get them though, because.
Wait, these things?
No, not those. They're paints, actual paints.
Oh, you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Rude. I don't know.
Rude. You literally helped me pack them.
Hello.
Hi.
My little boy's here and he just wants to say hello to you all. So excuse the
Hello, everyone.
he likes the microphones we've got now.
I like them a lot.
Okay. We'll say
Very
bye.
Nice. Bye, everyone. I want to be back.
Okay, you can come back next time, darling.
Yay.
See you later.
Bye, everyone.
Oh, Eli.
Hello, little boy. Hello, little man. Everyone can hear you.
Bye,
Elias, please will you just go at the end of the front room, there's a box with all the little pigments in the little tubes. Do you think you can find some of them and bring them to Mummy? Right by the window on the floor. It's in a box with lots of different ones.
To the front garden.
To the back garden, darling.
Oh.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Sorry, I'm colouring in using a blooming pen that's running out because I've used it in every single workshop we've been doing. Almost there. Almost there. We'll just do the body so that you can see the glitter. I'm just going to use random glitters with this. Has anybody got any questions?
Oh, Becky, there's some in there.
Ah, typical. Well, he'll probably not be able to find them anyway. Has anybody got any questions, Kerry? That's your job.
No, they haven't.
Ah.
They're just still saying hello to Eli. He is a star.
He's a little sweetheart. And it's still half term here, so he's been lurking around the house. all week. Sorry, I should have coloured this in beforehand. I never know how much to do on camera, or like what, you know, what you want to see. Tell you what, I'll colour in the little flower as well, because that'll be an easy one to show. So this one I did it as like a little decoration, so you could pop some ribbon through the loop and then you could display it. Thank you, darling.
Thank you, sweetheart.
It's really helpful.
Perfect.
I'm going to also watch the stream.
Okay, you go watch it now, darling.
Watch it from the start so you can see your cameo.
I've already seen my cameo.
Okay, go on then. See ya. There we go. Maybe Daddy will get the hint and bring us cups of tea.
I mean, he did bring us cans of Coke, so we can't complain too much. I'm just going to shut this door.
Okay, so I've just coloured in a few little bits there. So then just bog standard masking tape. I tend to rip it off and then stick it to whatever clothes I'm wearing, just to remove some of the tack, because if it's too tacky, it leaves the residue on the back of whatever you're working on, and then you just want to cover up anywhere that you're going to be putting the resin. There we go. And then what glitter shall we use? What exciting colours. So this is the exact same premise as when we're doing the jewellery, except we're just working on a slightly larger scale here. I want to do pink in the middle. Go crazy. I can't believe that that's 2 live streams in a row I've managed to muck up.
This is what I mean. We need time.
Well, the thing is, you've got 2 live streams in a row I've managed to muck up.
This is what I mean. We need time.
Well, the thing is,
I'm going to become a world-class producer.
On YouTube, you can't go live and like you can't do like a test. Well, it just takes you straight into the live. So that's just bog standard, really fine glitter. What you'll find is different glitters give you completely different finishes. So it's like what will work for one project won't look great for the next, and you know you'll get an eye for that after a little while. So the resins come straight out the bottle, ready to go. So then we're just adding in the glitter there. And then I'm going to make the middle of this flower pink. I'm just going to fill that in. And you can even like pick out like the actual petals of the flower there. We could mix up another colour and pick out those as well. If you want it to have that grid effect that's on there, if you just scrape it all in and then just leave it a second, and
Camera's, you need to move up slightly.
Oh, sorry, it will settle into place. So it will, you know, like it will dip down, so you'll be able to see it. Now with this one, I have seen people completely resining over the whole thing, but you don't necessarily have to. You can like pick out sections and then cure it with just like sections raised, like glazed in little detail areas. There we go. So we'll leave that to settle in, and I'll mix up a different. I've got a brown glitter here. I'll mix up a little bit of the brown, and we'll just do his belly. I can't remember if I did this one on TV. I remember demoing it somewhere. Oh, I think it was like the smaller version though.
Watching you mix that resin is like that AMSR stuff.
Yeah.
It's really, really soothing.
So we're going to do a different technique on his belly, because I want him to be glittery all over, but I also want it to fill those little holes, so it will have like glittery details on there. So it's just a case of scraping it in into those little lines, and you only need to really be careful once you get around the edge there.
Does any glitter work?
Yes. So with other resin, you know, like the resin that takes a long time to set, you have to be careful what you're using, because it gets mega hot, and also some of it sinks. Whereas because this cures so quickly, you don't really have that as an issue. You know, like when you're making a piece, it literally will all like pool at the bottom. But it's more a case of finding glitters. Like some holographic glitters are very plasticky and smell, and I think there's certain ones that aren't recommended for use in like crafts, but any that are recommended for use in like resin crafts will be fine with UV resin as well.
That was a question from Jill.
Oh, hi Jill. There we go. So I'm just gently pushing it to where I want it.
You need to move up. Can you zoom out slightly?
Yeah,
you zoomed in a little bit
too
much.
far. So I'm working in a different place. There we go. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's better.
Cool. Oh, by the way, I'm on TV on Wednesday at 6 p.m. I need to send out an email to tell everyone, but I'll be doing like a vintagey key project, so it's quite cute, like very like vintagey vibes.
That's on Hobby Maker.
Hobby Maker, that one. And so it'll be all about like putting inclusions inside the resin rather than just colouring it. There we go. Oh, so with the pink flower there, you can see it's just sort of sunk in now. So you could either leave it like that or you could top it up more.
Laura said she was enjoying the zoom.
Oh, shall I zoom back in?
But try and just keep it in one place because you keep moving.
Okay, wait.
That's
a bit more. Can you see that?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Is that better, Laura?
Hi, Laura. Right, here we go. And obviously, if you cure this and then you want to add more to it, there's nothing to stop you. It will just fuse together as normal.
Lisa McGregor said
hello.
hello.
Hi, Lisa. It was Lisa's birthday last week, so I hope she had a lovely time. There we go. So I hold that up now. So if you can see there, it's gone all
kind
into
of textured as well.
Yeah, it's gone into all those hearts. Now, if I was going to do, I could either do a domed layer on his belly if I wanted it to be quite 3D, or I could cure that and then just leave it as is. It's all about how you want it to be finished. Now, with that little flower, so I like the way it's sunk into the little sections there. But what I might do is I might get a more like, what's the word, iridescent kind of glitter and just pick out the leaves for another way to use it.
Laura said she's missed when you're on the telly. Wednesday at 6.
Yeah, Wednesday at 6 p.m. It was meant to be 5 p.m, but they've asked me to switch around, which is fine.
And that's on
Hobby Maker, that one. And then I'm on Jewelry Maker on the 2nd of May. Do you know I'm speaking louder because I've crouched down and I'm wearing a microphone. So it hears me wherever I am. I'm just looking for some iridescent glitter to do that with. While it just cures for a second. Typically, right, I've got a yellow iridescent one, so we'll do that then. So these glitters, right, these are ones that, you know, you get in all the kids' craft kits. I hoard them because all the different types, that's way too much, all the different types of glitter, because they have like the different effects, like this type, I think it's called sugar glitter or something like that. It almost, it has like a pigment effect to it. So I'm just going to mix in some of the resin with the glitter. And I actually want this to still be quite free flowing so that it domes quite nicely.
What is this that you're doing now? What's this one for?
So this flower, I'll zoom back in while we do the flower.
You have zoomed in.
Am I fully zoomed in? Yeah. Okay. Right. So I'll hold it up to the camera so you can see in a second. So I'm just going to put this on the leaves, but I'm going to dome it onto the leaves so that it gives you a nice raised finish. Yeah, I'm going to use a little more.
And this is after you've cured the inside of it.
Yeah, just because you could do it all at once, but then sometimes if you make a little bit of a mistake, what will happen is you won't be able to dab the colours apart. Whereas if that's cured in there, if I go wrong and it runs in there, I can just dab it with a bit of masking tape and, you know, like correct my error. I'm just pushing it to the edge there. Around. Can you see that?
Yeah, it looks lovely actually. I was just thinking that. You can see that it's kind of working already.
There we go. Do you To be fair, I overfilled those first two. But doing better around here. So yes, so with this one, there's no right or wrong way to finish this project. It's more just a case of what sort of finish you want. Now, I did see someone, I think it was Wendy, shared that she'd use pigments in the holes, like mixed with the resin, which you can do. You just need to be careful because the glitter, you can dab it off the wood, whereas with the pigments, they sort of stain it, so you have to be a bit more careful with it. What should we do next? Oh, we were going to show the pigments, weren't we? So I'll grab a little mold. Trying to find something easy. Were you in there? Will you just get me out an easy mold, like a little one? Thank you. So that's just under the light right now. Bring it over here so you see. Just curing it over there.
What type of vibe are you going for?
Just a little shape, please, of some sort.
Little flower?
What are we doing? Let's pull it. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so you can't see that. I need something to back it. Is there one of my cards there? Oh, here's one. I'll use that. Okay, so now I'll just show you that. So that's that cured. Oh, golly. Wait for it to focus. And you get that lovely, like, raised finish there. Okay. So we've had some questions about using the pigments. So these are the warm textured Hues pigments. Now these are more of like to give you like a textured color rather than a I don't know, like a deep color. I'll show you and I'll explain as I go. So let's do it with we'll do the orange. And then I'll use that yellow glitter.
Just zoom out a little. Oh yeah, there we go. I was going to say you're not on the camera.
So with these, when they first come, they separate.
Sorry, just before you do this, Jill has lamps back in stock.
Yes, they are on their way finally. Nothing but nightmares with customs lately. But drop me a message if you want one quicker, because I've got a couple that aren't on the website. And I'll tell you which ones I've got, what colours I've got. So what I'm just doing here is making sure it all combines again, because because it's got the oil in it, the oil's what gives it its great like depth once it's in the resin, but it also separates whilst it's like sitting. So you just have to give it a good old stir and make sure it's back together. And then I tend to just scrape off the excess.
It'll always separate as well, won't it? There's nothing really you can do. You've got to stir it up each time you use it.
And then we'll just put a little bit there. And then it's more of a case of feeling it out. So when you add the resin to this, if it feels like PVA glue, like you're getting a gloopy finish, then you need to add more resin to it. So we'll just give that a little stir. Can you see, like initially it's like quite chunky, but now it's sort of tinting the resin, and not in like a
Laura said she likes to tip them around like a lava lamp.
Okay. So if I'm going to just put I'm not going to do the, I feel bad not doing the little flower detail. It feels wrong not doing them all properly, but I'm just going to fill that up because we're here to look at like the colours rather than the how to use the mold properly. So I'm just going to fill that up and then I will cure that. Can you grab me another one of these molds so that I can do two while one's curing, please?
The same flower?
Yeah, whatever you can see.
Okay, I've got different flowers, bigger.
Okay.
Or should we go for the same?
So I'm just popping that under the lamp to cure.
I'll go for the same.
Go for the same so we get the same idea. Okay. And then, so, oh yeah, I'll grab the...
Eli wants to show his crafts on your live stream.
Bless him. Tell him at the very, very end. Right. Where did I put that basket with my pigment pastes in, Kez? I brought it up.
Did you bring it in?
Yeah. Is my blue one there? Oh, I'll just use this blue.
Is it this one? Yeah.
Ow. No, I brought the basket. Maybe I left it in the Oh, it's right behind me. What a ninny.
Ow, and now I'm broken.
Right.
Places.
So what I haven't released these yet, but these are a shimmer pigment paste, and I've done them again in little paint sets. So if you didn't get on with the textured hues, you might have better luck with these because they're a lot like grittier than the
more concentrated.
Yeah, more. I'd suppose more concentrated, but they're a different type of pigment. So it's like, I'll do the little purpley one because that's nice. Is it quiet in chat today? Okay.
Lisa said, excited for Wednesday's show. Oh, she had a lovely birthday. Thank you.
Good. So I've got my pigment paste in a bigger part.
You just need to move it up slightly or zoom out because
okay.
you're not in the centre.
All right. So let's zoom out a little smidge and I'll hold it up for you guys. Right. So the pigment paste is grittier. It's like almost.
Sorry to be a pain, but I think it would be best if we were zoomed in for this.
Oh my gosh. Stop backseat cameraing me.
I'll be a director.
So
you're my muse.
Yeah, the pigment paste is a lot like grittier, but once you have the resin, it will. You need to like mix it in nicely, and then you get a really nice like a denser color. I don't know how to describe it. This is the thing. It's hard to show on camera because it's like
that bit there that you've just put the resin on looks like absolute scraps, but it kind of is, isn't it?
Yeah, you need the tiniest amount, like,
and once you mix it in.
So look at that, it's starting to now like flood it with color, and it's so satisfying, and it's got like shimmer in it, so it's like a really once you put the things into the resin, it like magnifies it, so you get a really cool effect. So I'm just going.
Is there any way you could lift that up to show? Maybe when it's in there, once it's cured, it'll look good, wouldn't it? Because the problem is you can only really see, you can't see any of the glitter, and the glitter's lovely.
All of that. So if I'll bring this up and out focus while I'm just popping it in the mold. And again, as I always say, if you want to have a nice flat back on your design, then you want to fill your mold completely to the top and level, and then you won't get a lip on it. But if you're using it as just an embellishment on something, you don't need to fully fill your mold because it makes no difference if you're not going to see the back. So that's a little bit, and I'll stick that in, and I'll show you the other one. So that's the back of that.
So this is the pigment oil, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is the textured hues one. So once you've mixed, once you've mixed it in properly, when you take it out, you get almost like you see that? Like a cloudy density to it. Can you see that on the camera, Kez?
You can, it looks nice. Your nails look awful.
I know, I'm so sorry. And I'm covered in, my nails aren't dirty either, it's pure pigment. Hey, I'm a crafter. Do you know what? I do the school run sometimes and I think, oh, they have no idea what I do for a job. I must just look terrible.
Just covered in paint.
Yeah, like all my dresses. But yeah, so this one, that's the effect you should get with the textured hues. But I know when people have been messaging me, I think they're getting the ratios wrong and but it's trickier. So with the pigment paste, it's not as difficult to get your ratios right. So
what happens when they're getting it wrong? Sorry, is it
too
oily?
What people are saying is that when they're taking out the mold, it's left oil in the mold, and it's basically because it's not encapsulated enough. Yeah, so the resin should pull together and hold everything there, but if there's too much oil in there, it will push it out, and that's what's happening. But as you can see, like that, it's like a cloudy color to it, whereas this purple one I'm about to take out, I'm just going to leave it for another second because with the
so when you took that one out of the mold, there was no oil.
No, look, it's completely dry. It's lovely. And you can see all those details, and again we could rub paint into there and pick out of that little detail, or we could have filled it in the mold like you were doing earlier.
Yeah.
Right, is there anything anybody would like to see after I show this little flower? Laura?
I don't know if there's a delay.
See. So I'll just show you this little
so this is now the pigment
powder. So again, we're taking that out of the mold, and you can see you've got a more like a slightly glittery, denser colour with that one.
And I think I prefer that.
Do you prefer those ones? And when I'll hold them up together so you can sort of see. I will have my normal pigments back in stock hopefully next week. Come on, focus, camera. What's its problem? It's not focusing, is it? Maybe
Laura said she's asked, but I can't see.
Say it again, Laura.
What did you ask, Laura? When you're on the telly?
Oh, was that? I was just asking if you wanted to see anything because I know you always have lots of questions. Or you?
Hang on. Let me scroll up.
Are you missing comments?
God, I'm a terrible director. Let's have a look. Hello, little boy. Hello, little man. I was enjoying the Zoom. Missed when he was on the telly.
Right. Well, let's show something else then because we haven't been on for very long, have we? What shall I do? Shall I do something with glitter? Give me one of those cool new earring molds. These haven't released yet.
These ones?
Yeah. That one. Yeah. So, sneak peek. I haven't released these yet. These are going to be on Jewelry Maker. Oh, have I got any of the domed ones? No.
Yeah, here.
Is it a big one or a small one? Yeah, I'll do that one. So, these ones aren't going to be on Jewelry Maker, but these ones are domed. So I wanted to show you them because
Jill Clayton has said any subscription info, got it, but not sure what to do with it.
Okay, what of the new subscription box?
Is that of April's, Jill?
Oh, and Jill, was it you the other day who said you don't go on Facebook because the video's on Facebook for that one, and I couldn't see how to get it, like download it to repost it to YouTube.
Jill Clayton, her name is.
Yeah, I'll double check afterwards. Right, I'm going to show you some holographic glitter, then back that up with that pigment there because that'll look cool. So
yes, she is the one that doesn't want Facebook.
Okay, right. I'll have another look after this and I'll drop you a message. But I can quickly show actually. After I do this, I'll show you what was in the April's one because I think we've still got some around here, haven't we? So, can you see that? I'm working off camera again. What is wrong with me? Here we go. You wouldn't believe this is my full-time job, would you? Right.
That's April's on the heart one, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you want me to grab it?
I've got the sample down there, so it's fine. Right. So this is just a holographic glitter. Now with the domed molds, they're pre-domed. So afterwards when we do the flat shapes, I always say that you can then put a clear layer over the top if you want it to be domed. This takes that step away, so you can just work with it already domed and it gives like a completely different effect again. So I'm mixing up the two colours as I go because I'm going to do like a little mini resin pour. So I'm going to mix up the holographic, and holographic glitter, you cannot avoid getting bubbles in it. It's just the nature of the glitter. So you're not doing anything wrong if you find that's happening. There we go.
Laura said, don't think you can see my text. I wonder why, because we can see some of the messages.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay, so I'm just going to do one of these. So I'm just going to drop this into the mold now. I'm not going to cure it. If I wanted really defined lines, then I could cure it as I went. But I want it to all sort of like merge together once I'm finished. So I'm just going to scoop it all up, plonk it in. Oh, I bet the yellow would look cool in that as well. I'm going to add some of that as well. This is the fun thing. You can just have a play because there's no real right or wrong way to do it. Just put a little bit of yellow there.
They look really kind of mermaidy, don't they?
Yeah, I love the holographic for that. And I've got it in like pinks and all sorts. It's so nice. There we go. So it's starting to spread out, but you don't really need to worry because once you put your top colour in, it will start to like push it back the way it came. So we'll plunk that in. And you can also tip, like have your mould tipped up slightly when you're working. So I'm just going to get this blue now, drop it in. Not blue, it's purple, isn't it, this one?
No, I think it was blue.
Is this the blue?
Looks pretty blue.
It is the blue. It looked, I got it out of the pot, didn't I? Not out of the set.
Oh, yeah.
So I picked up the wrong one. Okay. And then I'll leave a little bit there. And then I don't often do this unless I'm doing this sort of project, but I'm now going to put some clear. I'm going to wait for it to reach the end of the nozzle so that I'm not going to put extra air bubbles into it. And then I'm just going to squeeze them directly into here to give it like a cool, sort of like clear effect. And if you feel like it's overfilled or whatever, or you wanted to move things around, so like you can also like gently put like detail into it.
And the plastic
or
one's
swirls.
best for that, isn't it? Rather than the wooden one.
The little detail sticks because you'll end up with some. So I'm going to just hold that up for you to see now, and then I'm going to stick it in the lamp. So move that to focus. Don't want to tip it. They've definitely overfilled it a bit. So you get that cool, like different gradient effect. I'm just going to stick that in there. And obviously it's best to do them both at the same time if you're doing a pair of earrings so that you get like if that's what you're going for, is a matching finish.
What would the findings be for that?
So that one you'd put on a hoop. I've got some, I'll show this. So I'd probably put them on this sort of hoop because it's not got the hole in. You can always drill a hole. But those ones are designed so that you could just like
you can sort of mix and match, can't you? You can put them on any size.
Yeah, and that'll be something that will be interesting on Jewelry Maker in a few days. Well, May 2nd, that we'll be doing. Right, that's just curing.
Sneeze, sorry.
Not into the microphone.
I really tried hard not to. Oh gosh, sorry if you heard that.
Any requests?
No, there's some thank yous. Lovely. I'm back, guys. There's not many questions unless I'm missing something. I don't think I am. What if we put timestamps on? That just tells me who's put what and when.
I'm just curing this and then I'll show it to you.
Someone said, is that for the birthday on Jewelry Maker?
Yes, it's a birthday Jewelry Maker show. I can't remember what time I'm on. It's in the morning, but I'll send out an email.
Someone said, when is the end? I just want to know.
Oh, when am I coming off? What time are we on?
20 to 8.
Yeah, probably about 8 o'clock. But well, unless I run out of things to say.
Jill has asked, if I make jewellery from your moulds and resin, can I sell them?
Oh yes, please do. Please do. I try and make them so that they're like simple enough that you can put your own stamp on them. So
and
that
because even though it's your mould, it's their design, isn't it? It's how they do it.
So this is, let's wait for it to focus. So that's it set now. And I turned it over and I cured it from the reverse as well. And you can see how it's going to look that way. And then we'll just pop that out. And then if I show you, can you see that lovely domed finish on there? Just gives it another depth. I love holographic glitter. So good. But yes, and then I would just put a hoop through that, and that would be a dangly, or even a bit of like, like the cord for the necklaces, if you wanted to turn that into a necklace one as well. Right. What should we do? I feel like we're just waffling now. If there's no questions. Is resin jewelry popular? Oh my gosh, so popular. It's very, very on trend now. I definitely need more glitter. That's gorgeous. Oh, thank you, Jill. Oh, Coke Cookie. You know who that is? Is that Eli? Because look at the picture.
Oh, of course it is. That makes more sense. When is the end? He wants to come in, doesn't he?
I thought you guys
Eli,
were
you
getting
trickster.
bored, and it's actually my son asking if he can come and show his plushies that he's been making. Right, I'll carry on then. No, I'm not feeling so rejected. Plushies that he's been making. Right, I'll carry on then. No, I'm not feeling so rejected.
That's a bit of a weird question.
And yeah, all his usernames are things like Pepsi this and like Pepsi sweets and things like that.
So I said I didn't realise it was on trend.
Oh, very, like it's been on trend for a few years now. I think it's because there's so much variation you can do. I'm just having a look through my molds to see if there's any I can demo quickly that you might not have seen on the website. Keep it interesting. Layers.
This was put lol at Coke Cookie.
Eli,
trolliness.
Yeah, that
trolliness from the living room.
Oh, there's a little butterfly there. Let's do that. That's a cute one. I genuinely was like, oh, okay, SARS if I'm being boring. He's bankrupting me because he's using so much felt and hot glue guns at the moment.
I mean, it is insane though. How old is he? 8?
He's 8 and he's
what he makes is
into
crazy.
crafting big time. Okay, so with this mold here, I'll hold it up against the card so you can see. So you see the little details there? I'm just going to pick those out and then fill the mold. Now with the little details like that, they seem super fine, but as long as you don't overfill that section, it will stop moving once it reaches that line because it's like a natural barrier. So I'm going to do, I'll use this brown we used earlier just to do the center of the turn your...
Can we share this photo with Eli? I'm just going to put it here.
That's my little boy right there.
Oh, he's gagging to come back in.
He's desperate to be a YouTuber. Right, there we go. So I'm just using the little detail sticks to pick out the body, and you don't need to like do it all in one go. As long as that front bit is covered, you'll get like that.
You're just slightly off. You know, off the camera, your hand's kind of in the way.
Do you know what? We need to move
a lefty, it. Like me.
Why is that not picking it? Right, we need to move it. So I'm just going to stick that under the lamp for a few seconds to stop it moving, and then we'll do. What colour should we do?
What is it? Butterfly?
Yeah,
purple and pink.
Purple and pink. Okay. Well, we've already got some pink there, so we'll use that. So that's long enough just to be enough to stop it moving. So we can add the pink in now to up to those lines. So I will fill that. I probably should have gone for a non-glitter on this bit because the body's glitter, you know, so to make it stand out. And you can go over that line because it'll be picked out at the front, so you don't need to worry too much about that.
Joanne Rickard said, my son is watching with me and wants to try these out.
Oh, bless her. Any particular projects?
He says, you're doing amazing. It's so good.
Oh, bless. Thank you. I've had so many boys do it at shows, you know, like at the NEC and stuff, like come and do the workshops, which I think is really nice because crafting can get very divisive, I think, sometimes. Right. We're just, again, same thing, just going to cure that for a few seconds. And then let me see what I've got, and we'll do something different. Tell you what, I'll use that blue.
Have you got all your molds on your website yet? We're in the process of
we're working through because the trouble is, because I do like the events, I have non-stop, I have hundreds that I take to shows, and then I suddenly realise when someone asks for them, like that they haven't made it to the website. It's insane. And it tends to be as well going on TV because I load it onto TV, and then half the time it doesn't filter back, which is silly because
Jill said her son is 8 and my grandson.
oh, that's cute.
My first subscription is on its way. He wants to make a necklace. Is there a necklace in this subscription?
Not in the April one. The April one I will show you in a that's what you was asking. I'll show you in a second. So I'm just in the pigment paste again. This is a blue version, and it's like,
can you move it
shimmery.
up very slightly?
Yep. Let's go up that way. It's because I've made such a mess there, and I'm trying to avoid it.
I mean, it does. You're only mixing it, but I like to see that. It's my what is it?
ASMR.
What's it called?
ASMR. I've seen so many videos like that, just like slow mixing.
Yeah, it's like the rug cleaning video. I honestly cannot get enough.
See, I'm like that with craft videos.
Ah, okay. Laura said, not sure why my messages aren't sending. Sent the same message 4 times. Would like to see a 2-colour swirl in a mold.
Oh yeah, sure. That'll be easy.
Could we maybe do it in this butterfly one? Or
I've already cured the pink, but we'll do it in a different. If you find in the box under that box, there's all the generic shape ones.
Okay.
So if you find something,
this box that I broke my neck on earlier.
Yeah. But whilst you weren't here, I did sort every single mould out very neatly into their correct compartments.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Made it a lot easier to pack orders with. So, again, just filling this completely up flat. And then we'll have no ridges on the back of it. But if you're using these as card decorations, again, you don't really need to bother filling it up completely. You can do it quite thinly.
Let's use this pretty hard.
Okay. So I'm just going to stick that under the lamp. And whilst that's curing, I'm just going to show Jill.
Yeah, someone said until they clean the rugs with loads of bugs in it.
So what else will you grab?
Laura's put, maybe I need to write gobbledygook before my messages. I think that might work, Laura, if I'm honest. I don't know why they're not coming through.
What else did we have in the... Oh, okay. So in the April box, this is part of the thing I demoed the other day. So this is the front of like a photo frame that you build.
Grab the other bits?
Yeah, if you've got the other bits there. I think it's all over there. And then we had a mold that created... that you create this little like 3D photo frame. Oh yeah, the stands, they're all in that box, but I suppose it doesn't really matter.
The bit that you put in the middle.
Oh, the little outline. I think it's
we're over.
Okay, so this one was a subscription box. It's 2 molds, so you can either use the front part as just a frame, and you know, like you can use it to like then put masking tape on the middle, and you need the stand as well, Kez.
Oh.
Put masking tape on the back of it, and you could fill it in with like flowers or whatever you wanted, like dried flowers. But then if you use the other part of the mold, it created this back section, and then you use the resin, just use it together, and then you can slide an actual photo inside. And in the kit it comes with a brooch or a magnet, so you can turn that into like a magnet to go in your fridge, or you could turn it into jewelry. So this one you could turn into a necklace really easily. This is the other part of the April subscription box that came with it. It was April subscription box that came with it. It was these legs to the stand. So you have, that's the back of the frame. No, I think that's it, because it's just pens and glitter and stuff that came with it, wasn't it? So that's the to build the frame, you just put it, layer it like that. So you then either use the resin or some glue to just stick that together. Then this was the front of the design. You'd stick that on there, and then you would just stand it on there like that. And then it will stand up itself as a functioning little frame. Hope that's okay. Does that all make sense? Don't know if I'm waffling.
Jill's put, that's so clever. And Laura's put, I did the wood piece cat, but put resin over the top and it was filled with bubbles. Shall I show you later?
Oh, with the cat? Okay, yeah, I can talk you through that. There we go. Oh, she wants to see a swirl, doesn't she? So let's do that while that's still curing. So again, if you get your molds and they're a bit grubby, like this one's got a bit of, like they attract dust. So I just use parcel tape or masking tape or something, and I literally just dab them like this to remove any like residue glitter or fluff or whatever's gone on there. So let's swirl in some colours. So I'm going to put the resin directly into the mold so that we've got like a nice clear layer. And it's up to you how deep you go, or, you know, like what sort of technique you're going to get. So I'll use the blue and the glitter. So I'm just going to pop that little bubble out there. There's one there too. And then it just depends what sort of thing. So if you're thinking just like a swirl, then you can just get your resin on your stick.
Sorry, Laura put the picture frame cap. I coloured it in with pens and did a layer of resin over the top, and bubbles appeared.
Oh, okay. So
I'll show you on the group page later.
I don't know if you've watched me do the demos of the wooden jewellery before, but you know where the lines are on the all the little detail lines on the wood, it's always best to do a clear layer, like scraped in, to just pick out those little details so that you're you know, like you're sort of filling in those lines before you do it, because it's sort of like unavoidable with the more detailed little wooden designs. Doesn't always happen, but it is this the sort of thing you were on about, Laura, like putting like a technique like this into it? Because if you think this has already got resin mixed in with the pigment, so we're effectively just drawing into the resin. The only thing you have to be careful with is when you then go to put it under the lamp, you've got to carefully lift it, because if you move it too much, what will happen is it will all just, you know, like you'll lose your design.
She said, yeah, makes sense, yes.
Perfect. I'm just going to add random.
Eli, you can come. Eli is spying us non-stop. You can come now. Come on, bring your stuff.
Stop commenting. We are working.
He's been saying happy Easter to everybody. Laura's put yes, like an ocean wave, maybe.
Oh yeah, you could do that easily.
Eli's put yay.
Hope you're all prepared for this crazy crafting he's been doing. So anyway, so you get the idea. So because that's already got, oh, see, I've just broken my roll, it nearly tipped. I'm just going to carefully put that under the lamp now. What time are we on, Kerry?
It is 5 to 8.
Okay. So this was the butterfly from earlier. Now you can see with the pigment paste, you get a really dense colour. And then the front there, you can see where the other colours are that we've popped in. And if you ever take it out of the mould and it doesn't feel fully cured, then it will hold its shape. But if it feels sticky to the touch, then you just pop it back under. We'll just let that focus. But then can you see that? Very, very pretty. And if you've got little bits like this that have gone over the edge, you can just either use like nail scissors, or you can just generally break them off. And also where those little lines are, you can always just rub some paint in there if you want to, like acrylic paint. There we go. We'll just let that one cure. Was there anything else I was meant to be doing? No?
No.
I think I did it all, didn't I?
You showed your paste, didn't you?
Yeah, this I absolutely love. So on this butterfly, if you have a look, I wonder if you can see it. Hard to see. Like
with it blurry, it looks the same colour as your nail varnish.
It's like it's got like a chunky shimmer to it.
Come
in carefully. Don't knock the lights. Will you help him? He can't get that door open.
Oh, we can.
Oh. Okay, come round here. Boat, you'll have to go by Kerry. Come round.
Right, I don't know how we're gonna do this. Come under here. And then over. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
5.
Jeez, guys.
Oh my god. Right. 1, 2, 3.
Careful. Good boy. Right. Careful. Right, everybody. Eli has made something. I don't know if you know the good boy. Right. Careful. Right, everybody. Eli has made something. I don't know if you know the game Gorilla Tag. It's a VR game, and Eli has made this out of felt and a hot glue gun. He found the pattern on the internet and then made it all himself. But hold it down a little bit so you can see. But isn't it terrifying? But it's meant to have no legs. That's what the characters in the game are like. But well done, baby. Good work. Right, say goodbye now. Come on.
I don't want to leave.
Okay, stay quiet, because I am technically working.
Something's come up with an error message.
Okay.
What was one in this in the primary? I didn't know that.
Okay.
Jill's put, oh my God, that's amazing.
Oh, thank you, Jill. Right, I think
Jill
we'll...
also has an 8-year-old grandson.
Go.
And he wants to do crafting too. That's amazing. Wow, nice work. Scary.
Scary gorilla.
Okay, well then I think we'll leave it there, guys, if there isn't anything else you want to see tonight after we got trolled by my 8-year-old son. But thank you for joining us.
Bye bye, everyone.
Everyone. You know, end the stream.
Everyone. Bye.
And